Good morning. This is Navy Old Salt Gamer back on Mars, not Mimas. So I got this set up yesterday. I haven't done anything since yesterday. The cooling method seems to be keeping everything under control. It's at 27 in here, which is, I like it around 25, but 27 is good. It's slowly coming down. I may have to add one or two more radiators on that pipe, but we'll see how it goes. It is coming down. 27.4. So what I'm going to do now, and I'll pause the video, I'm going to set up my inside atmospherics, and I'm going to do this different than I normally do, and I'm going to see how it falls out. But I'm going to have three separate valves, one for oxygen, one for nitrogen, and one for CO2, all going into one pipe. And I'm going to have, using these measurements over here, what I'm going to try and do, and I know this isn't real world percentages, but they work in Stationeers, but I'm going to try for 50% oxygen, 40% nitrogen, and 10% CO2. And where am I at now? I'm a little low on CO2. Oxygen I'm going to be high on. Ratio oxygen, do I have that? Maybe I don't. You have to take the difference. So I'm a little low on nitrogen. Well, I'm a lot low on nitrogen, and that could be a problem. I don't think I got enough to fill that initially. So I got 10%, so I'm about 70% oxygen, 75, maybe 80. Oops. Let's see what we got here. 81%. So I won't need any oxygen for a while. So I'm going to set that up and I'll come back and explain it. Plus I'm going to put my suit holder here somewhere. Maybe right here. It's a good spot for it. Close to the... Yeah, we'll do that. So suit holder, some atmospherics. How's my battery? 3 bars. Uh-oh. Oh, I put an occupancy sensor in here to try and save a little bit of power. That's why it went dark. I don't have my suit on, and I went in here and it was like, click. As soon as I exit the room, it turns off. That's over here, the occupancy sensor is right there. And, okay, so I'll be back. I'm going to get this started. I'll come back when I'm done. By the way, I did make some Constantan, which is one of the, I think, the last ores I can make in a regular furnace. I'm going to have to go to an advanced furnace to make anything else, I'm pretty sure. But I wanted to do mods. I modded the electroprint. I want to do the tool mod so I can upgrade some of my tools. But let's do the atmospherics first, and then I'll come back and do that. Okay, so I got the input side of this all set up. Every time I start recording. Problem solved. So what do I have here? I named 3 different regulators. I got the oxygen pressure regulator, the nitrogen pressure regulator, and a CO2 pressure regulator. And then I got them tied into this program with this housing right here. So what I do is I look at the gas sensor, I do the oxygen regulator, nitrogen regulator, CO2 regulator, and then I load R1, R0, R1, and R2 to the ratio of oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. And then I set greater than, this is a Boolean, so if R0 is greater than 0.50, which in this case it is, it sets R0 back to 0. So then I do the same thing with the other two. Now these two are going to be not true, or true, I'm sorry. That it's going to set these both to 1. Very confusing statement for me, I don't know why, but basically it's going to set this one to 0, this one to 1, and that one to 1, because I have 70 or plus 80% oxygen. I have less than 40 of that and less than 40, and less than 10 of that. So if I turn this on, theoretically, this one should stay off, and these two should turn on. And there we go. So now if I go over here with my pressure sensor, or actually I could just come over here and watch it. My CO2 tank is going down because it's letting CO2 in, and the CO2 ratio is going up. It should go up till 10% and then shut off. And my nitrogen ratio should also be going up. That's going to not go up far enough. So, because I think I'm going to run out. Do I have a nitrogen tank? That's not changing. I might have that one set wrong. That might not be set to the right one. I'll have to check that. So the ratio, the pressure in here is going to be going up. Now I got this set. All these are set to 90. So once these get to 90, they're going to stop letting air in. I wonder if I have to switch these to back pressure regulators. I may have to watch that. I don't think so. But that's another thing that always confuses me. But all these are set to 90. So if it gets to 90 in here and these aren't set correctly, it's still going to stay on. But I'm going to have my air recycling pipe go out and go into the filters here pretty soon. But I got to increase my power. I'm a little low on power generation right now because of all these monitors. I don't know how much they use, but everything seems to be working except this. Nitrogen tank pressure console. That should be going down. I may have that set to the wrong device, and I cannot see where I put my data disk. So let me double check this. This might not be correct. Mode pressure should be set to, it is set to the nitrogen pipe analyzer. I'm going to have to check that out there. Because if I'm using nitrogen, that should be going down. Oh, there it goes. Well, that was weird. Maybe I just had to wake it up. Okay, another one of those. Okay, so there we go. So I'm at the 10% CO2 that I want to be at, so it stopped. That should be turned off now. And that would be this one, and it is. Now nitrogen's still coming in because that's going to, I want that to go to 40. It's not going to make it because I'm either going to run out of nitrogen first or run out of air pressure in here because I've only got 12 kPa to go before I reach 90, and that's high enough. I don't want to go any higher than that. So that's not important. I got enough CO2 to grow my plants. I got enough nitrogen to grow my plants. I got enough pollutant is low enough. That'll eventually go away. Once I start my recycling program, it'll eject things that it doesn't recycle. So that'll go away over time. It's not going to go away for a while. The nitrogen ratio is still going up. Now, as the nitrogen ratio goes up, the CO2 ratio is going to go back down. So they may have to kick back on. And it looks like it might have. Temporarily, but it's off again. So it is still going up. It'll adjust slowly. What I really want to watch is the CO2 tank pressure. That must be cooling off. Oh, maybe unless it turned back on, it might have. It's down to 10. If it isn't on now, it should be shortly. It is on now. So that's going to come back up. So there we go. It is monitoring everything, and it is turning things off and on as needed. Yep. I do have to make sure I don't need back pressure regulators. I don't believe I do. I always get those confused. Now back pressure would that's what I need on my output. So this is correct. Appears to be working. I kind of like this single monitoring thing over here. I do have my water over here. I was at 70 and down to 67. I drink, like I said, about 0.8 milliliter every time I drink. May have to go find some ice in a bit. I don't know. Nope, should have come back on now. CO2 is going down, so this will go back to 10. There we go. And shut off. Well, it has to be greater than 10, so. And there is a delay here, of course, because this is way over here and the gas sensor is way over here. So there's going to be a delay. I'm not sure why this is going down. It's got to be cooling off in the tank. I mean, it's going down by 0.00 something. Nitrogen's still going up. .29 in here, so it got a little warmer because I think the CO2 is, let me turn that off. CO2 is probably a little warm. Yeah, 29. That's okay. Charles is, I'm going to call this Charles' AC system. It's working. Okay. Am I getting close to 90? No, it's going up. It's not 90 in here yet. But there we go. That is working. Now what I got to do is set up, I had to go a whole bunch of, I did a whole bunch of mining. I had to make more steel because each one of these mono grades costs 35 steel. And that's 70, 100 and 105 steel. That's half my steel right there to upgrade the rest of those. So I'm quite happy with this. So what I'll do is I'll set my output pressure, and I'll do that right now off camera. There we go. I'll set my output back pressure regulator to maybe 88, so I'll be bleeding out a little bit of air here, and that'll keep this circulating. I should have probably put this someplace else. It's not good to have, well, maybe I can do it over here and run a pipe, but that doesn't matter. I find the air in a room doesn't take long to circulate. So if you put inputs and outputs next to each other, it doesn't matter that much. It circulates around pretty well. 81.7, still going up. I might have enough nitrogen, at least to reach to 90 in here. I won't reach 40 with the ratio. Okay, let me set up the output and I'll be back. Okay, so everything's progressing well in here. I'm at 86. I got the back pressure regulator on in here. I don't have it set up outside yet. But basically I'm going to be running my filters full time now. So in order to do that, I'm having some power issues now, so I'm going to have to make some more solar panels. I'm going to go with the heavies. I've almost used up all my steel already because I did upgrade everything, and thank goodness I now have the mining drill heavy, the big mining belt, so mining will be much easier now. This is going to run me out of electrum. Let's see, that'll give me 8 steel. It'll run me out of steel, and it'll run me out of Invar. I'm just going to print all these, and I'll put them all up, then I won't have to worry about power for a while. But I do have my coal furnace out here. I wonder if I need to fire that up.
Power low.
Ugh. 1, 3. Didn't I just change that battery? I swear I just changed it. I must have forgot. But I'm down to 2 out here now, and that's where I get slightly alarmed in the morning when I'm down to 2. So let's fire that up and change that. Now it is morning, so I would have been alright. It had probably gone up to 4, but it's slowly going down more and more. So I'm going to bring this up to 4, turn the coal furnace off so I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, so I'm going to need some iron frames. I might just get rid of these. They're okay, but they're going to get damaged. The heavy ones won't. I have not had a storm since I properly did these. I forgot to mention, I think, I didn't seal the bottom of them, so when I had a storm, even though everything else was sealed, they still got damaged. Am I up to 4 yet? Yeah, so I can turn this off now. See, that doesn't have to run very long to charge everything, but I'd rather use solar. Mars is a good solar place. So what I'll probably do is come out to here and go out that way and run the solar up there. And I might leave these. I don't know. This one's now getting blocked by the. It's in a bad position basically. And if I put it here, it's going to block that one. So I don't know. I'm going to have to see which ones of those I have to repair those every time. Well, not really. All I have to do is take them apart and put them back together. But you know how that goes. So I'm at 86. Of course, now it's going down because I just opened the door. That's holding at 10. I'm up to 18. The temperature has gone up. Oh, it's gone back down. So Charlie's cooling system's working real well. But it was up to about 31 because the CO2 coming in here is pretty warm. That's one of the reasons I don't like using furnace for atmospherics. It makes everything really hot. But that's still a good temperature. It's come down a little bit. Now the nitrogen will be nice and cool. So it should come down because the nitrogen was the ice temperature. So that would be this pipe. Wait a minute. There, that's the CO2. This is the nitrogen. There we go. Well, that is 26. So that's not all that warm either. Or that cool either. Oxygen's up to 30. Nope, that's the room. Oxygen's at 7. Of course, none of that's coming in here. But this cooling system's working pretty well, so it'll come down eventually. It's not out of control, let's put it that way. But these are going to take a while to print, and then I'll set them up. Oops, I got to get used to that. Got 3 of them. Does that use iron? I shouldn't put the iron in there, but I don't want to stop it because I need to make frames. Oh, I got some. I got 4 anyway. And some iron sheets. I got 1. Whoa! Put that back. I also need to make some coils, both heavy and there's another one. Down to 9 electrum. That's not too hard to make, especially now that I got the better mining drill. Okay, so let me set up this solar. We'll see how this is working after I get done. I got to get my power grid up. If I get enough of these, I may be able to add another battery on top. I used to be able to see these, but I used to come over here and look at the battery. Looks like I'm down to 3 again. Nope, 4. But I can't do that now because I put tanks in the way. I maybe should put a battery monitor up here. It's probably a good idea. Alright, so I'll be back. Okay, so I went with the solar panel heavy, angled. Now they're not going to give me anything this time of day, but I did 7 of them. Didn't have to use any special ores for these, so, or special ingots, just Invar and I think solder and electrum, which are pretty easy to make. So they should start giving me power here pretty soon. I shouldn't have to contain these because these are the heavies. They took 5 glass each, but we'll find out. I don't use these very often, but I figured I'd give them a try because the sun does a pretty good job of tracking this way. And I'm pretty sure I should be getting power now, technically. But it's not giving me any yet. Oh, there it goes. It's starting to go up now. And I can't check these because they're in glass. Oh, yeah, I can. Huh, I didn't know that. You can check. Is there glass there? Did I forget to put the glass back on? I did. I could go make another glass real quick. That wouldn't do me much good in a storm either. I had to go in there and fix them all, and I forgot to cover it up. This will be a quick fix because I have it all set up to print glass here, so all I got to do is turn it on and print one. I'm almost out of silicone too now. Everything you do, it just sucks up ores. There we go. That should not be in there. And I don't need that anymore for now. Now, this has glass. Yeah, this one does not. That was not what I wanted. Oops. Let's try that again. There we go. Yes, I'm getting 160 now. And 160 times 7, so that's almost 3/4 of a megawatt, and it'll go up higher. Or 1,000 kilowatts, I should say, not a megawatt. Yeah. There's the sun. It's hard to see the sun on Mars here. Oh, there it is, right there, I think. So there we go. That should work my battery. I'm hoping I can make another one. I may have to make more steel to do that, though. I did use up a ton of steel. I should have waited. Do these produce more power than those? I can't check it now. Now what the heck. So this is doing 215. That's doing 270. So it does give you a little bit extra too, which is good. I'm still waiting on the next storm to see if I can prove this theory. From what I understand, it works. How am I doing over here? Still only 3. Not missing a wire or something stupid, am I? I did redo all these. Of course, this is underground here, which I hate. Does work a lot faster. Nope, not missing any wires. No, it's just taking some time. This is there it's up to 4. As long as this gets up to 4, it turns blue. Whoa! I just launched myself into a hole.
Power low.
So that should be 490. Just curious. 450. It's still going up? Yeah. Okay, that should do pretty well for power, I think. Oh, well, now I get to test my theory. That's not really a theory. Everybody says it's the case. Of course, this isn't going to do me any good for power generation. 50 watts. Do I get anything out of these? And are they getting damaged? 46 watts and going down. They don't seem to be getting damaged, so that's a good thing. Well, I'm not going to know how that works. I did set this up. That's true, I turned these on also. I didn't turn on the inside regulator. Hopefully you can hear me over the storm. But I got all the piping set up and these are working now. So, I get a strain to walk against the wind here. There we go. Let's go in here real quick. Take this thing off. Do I have enough cables? Of course not. Is it down one? It is. Alright, so let's wire this up. And clippers, I'm going to need them eventually. Come on. I could go this way, there's nothing up there, and I could just connect it over here. Come on. Sometimes it's so smart, and other times it's dumb. Alright, so I got this set for 89. It should go down one more, I think. Is that decreasing it? Yeah. So now we'll watch this and make sure I got the back pressure regulator hooked up correctly, because I have been known to hook that up the wrong way. And let's see what happens here. That looks promising. So basically this will be on all the time, and probably at least one of these will be on all the time. This should be nitrogen, I believe. Yes, that's the nitrogen. So it's just putting nitrogen in right now, and it's cycling the air out, putting it back into the filters. The only thing I gotta watch, and I should do this while I'm thinking of it, the iron's down here. I've used a ton of ore doing this. Still got 158 iron though. Ton of ingots. Somebody corrected me on that the other day. That's the wrong one, isn't it? No, that's the right one. Filter. So let's print a carbon filter. What do I need for the heavier ones? I don't have to do that filter. I don't have Stella yet, so we'll have to go with that. Nitrogen. And a carbon. Oh, I could have done that, couldn't I have? I got the CO2, nitrogen, I need an oxygen filter. There it is. Just make sure they're loaded with filters. Otherwise the pressure in those will build up, and next thing I know I'll hear a loud bang. Not done yet, huh? And of course I'm thirsty again. There's no reason my oxygen should be low. That's really annoying. Okay, so there's my oxygen filter. Make sure I get this right. Yep. And 80 watts. I have a nitrogen filter. I took that out of my backpack. That's right. I'm up here when I stopped using the nitrogen in there. CO2. So I got good filters in all those. The only thing in there is pollutant. So now I should be recycling
hydration critical.
Most everything. Except for oxygen. But I did just throw some oxygen in there, so that should start going up. Because it should start taking oxygen out of here for the couple plants that I have. I could have sworn I just drank. It is amazing how fast you go through food and water in the difficult mode. So let's put that up here for now. Do I have any slots left? There we go. Drink, I should eat, I have to cook. Okay, put that there, put that there, that's off. I'm just kind of curious if anything's expelling air yet. 89, it should be, because I got it set to 88, so it should be I should have, over time. Why is that so stupidly high? Oh, I drained my tank in here, that's right. So that shouldn't run for a little while. Nitrogen is still going down over there, yep, so it's still putting nitrogen in. It shouldn't be doing anything but taking carbon out, and did it finally stop? Yeah, and taking oxygen out. So the only thing that should be going down out there now is nitrogen. The other two should either be stable. I am breathing into the air, not wrong. I just saw it go from 10.60 to 10.61, so maybe it's because I'm breathing. Okay, well anyway, let's go check and confirm for my own 103, for my own knowledge, because I've never tried this before. Everybody always says it works.
Oxygen low.
This is really getting old, how I have to keep tuning up my soup pressure. I don't understand it. I'm just going to turn it up to 60. I got enough air now, and I'm getting tired of playing with it. Look, I got it at 60, and it's 44. Sheesh. Okay, so these didn't get damaged. That's good. Now, there's the test. Yep, it works. Okay, so putting them in a glass enclosure confirmed it does work. As long as you got everything all sealed, it doesn't seem to affect too much the power generation, and it protects them. So that's good. I'd love to put some of this in here, but look at how ridiculously hot it is. All it would do is raise the pressure of my living area by gazillions. The temperature, I should say. 1 megapascal, 1.3. I would put some more oxygen in here, but
Air tank critical.
if it starts bleeding,
Oxygen low.
if it starts bleeding oxygen back into this tank, it might overpressurize. I should probably put that in the code eventually, where if the pressure, I could easily do that outside or in here. If the output pressure of the filter is 9 megapascals, shut the filter off. I could easily do that. But I'm not going to worry about that right now, because I don't think that's going to be too big of an issue. Okay, so this is all working well. I've drank 6 liters of water in this episode. Got my heavy, or all the mods hooked up. Got the air cooling. What is the temperature? So it is going down. That is working. Need more food. Potatoes. Ugh. I need at least wheat and soybeans. Because that way I can make bread, which is the perfect food. In my book, it's cheapest and easiest to make. Need a soup monitor. I can't put it here anymore because I took up the space. I need it to be over here somewhere. Maybe right here. So I'll be running over here eating and drinking all the time anyway. So I guess that'll be all for today. Got a lot of little things done. Got the atmospherics hooked up. Hopefully everybody understood how I did that. The SG set greater than SGT is a little, oh, I thought I saw a flashing light out there. A little confusing, but it's easy. It's either on or off. So if it doesn't work the way you want it, you put save greater than. If you put SGT here and it doesn't work, it works the opposite of what you want, then you just change it to set later than, and it's either on or off. So if one doesn't work, use less than LT and that'll fix it. If you don't if you're turning something on and off and it comes on when you think it should be turned off, switch it from SGT to LT and you're good to go. Like I said, I'm not an expert coder, so I do a lot of experimentation. Okay, that's all for today. Tomorrow, as long as my power is okay, which it should be, I got to do some mining. But I got the heavy stuff now, so I'll do that off the air. And well, it might be time to think about trading, because I need to get some more food. But I'm pretty assured right now that I conquered Mars Brutal. I got a nice base, air, I got water, I got food that is better than canned mushrooms, that's for sure, mushroom soup. But I got some improvements I'd like to make. First off, I want to put the color up here. I know I am colorblind. I want to put a power monitor here too. So there's some things I still want to do, and I'll see you tomorrow. Navy Old Salt Gamer, go ahead and subscribe and like, and let me know what you think. Thanks.